And we're live.
We are live. Welcome. I think I just sent email out to everyone, notifying everyone that we are live. So a few people will join in a second. But whoever joined us, welcome. We will have visitors in both LinkedIn and YouTube. And we are very excited to run this live stream. We actually took a 2-week pause. And that's because we were at the conference last couple of days, and last week we had another things going on. But moving forward, we'll try to do it every Friday. How are you, Liam?
Well, I don't think anyone can see me. Can you bring me to the stage?
Let me bring you to the stage. Here we
go.
Liam,
there we go.
Welcome.
I'm thinking I can't see myself. Yes, I'm doing well. It's been a sad 2-week break. I mean, honestly, sometimes I look forward to the nonsense of a Friday where we talk about the craziness that's happened, the new stuff, the old stuff, the everything in between. But here we are, another Friday.
You know what? Talking about craziness, today's live stream is actually we're gonna go back to basis. In the last few live streams, we showed like crazy, workflows and use cases with lead generation, AI tools, and all of these things that are currently available to in Mystro for our brokers. But this live stream this week, we decided just to go back to basis, talk about data collection, talk about client onboarding, collecting fact find for mortgage or for finance applications, automatically collect documents, validate documents, rename documents, stuff like that is used pretty much by our clients on daily basis. All right, so
let's do it.
You have?
You know what, Dimitri? It was nice because on Wednesday we were at the National Brokers Day and had a chat with a bunch of people, and it's crazy to think that like what we are doing in regards to onboarding clients, the stuff that we're doing in regards to our CRM and AI and etc. It's crazy when you see everyone else doing it and you just realize, gosh, we've got a good product. Gosh, it's doing like you got to be happy, Dimitri. You got to be happy, right?
I am happy, and not just because we have the greatest product, but because we're helping so many brokers, making their life easier.
Absolutely.
This is why we exist, not just to give you another piece of software, but to actually make your life easier. Happy Friday, Dimitri and Liam from Jenna. Jenna, thank you so much. Happy Friday to you as well.
I think it's Jonah.
Jonah, sorry, Jonah, for
That's all right.
mispronouncing your name. I'm sure she'll forget me. Forgive me. Sorry, don't forget me.
Forget you. Wow, we're off to a really good
start. No one can
today.
forget me. Okay.
Let's kick into it.
Now, so in the last few days and the last few weeks, a lot of new clients come in and a lot of existing clients, they're having the same, not question, but they just want to refresh their, their memory or, maybe find out something that they don't know about Mystro, how to collect documents, how to collect signatures, how to collect fact find, and how to automate the entire process and make it easier for them and their teams to manage it. So today we're going to demo specifically data collection workflow, specifically for mortgage brokers. And it's going to be cool. Guys, if you have any questions, if you want any help with any of what we're going to be showing, please send us a message. Liam will provide additional information how to contact support. And, even if you have questions right now, please send a message. We'll try to answer all of them as we go.
And just to second that, Dimitri, I guess we're kind of talking about capturing a lead and using the software to do that, all the way up until the point that we've got documents, information, and a ready-to-go application. In terms of that could be specifically for brokering, that could be from insurance, financial planning, etc. So if you have any questions that is applicable during that process, put a message in the chat. If we can get to it, we'll address it right now. Otherwise, we'll address it after the live stream.
Well, actually, today I wasn't planning to do lead capturing or lead generation. I was planning.
So where are we starting today?
We're going to start with requesting fact find from clients and walk them through the entire application experience. And I'll show you how to request fact find. I'll show you different ways you can use to request fact find from clients. Because Mystro is a platform, and it's a very versatile platform. It allows you to embed Mystro in your website, for example, in the form of a chatbot, or you can just put a link to Mystro application experience on your website as an apply now button. So someone clicks on the button, and we take them through through a series of steps. So Mystro can be used not just for data collection. Obviously, data collection and and client onboarding is our bread and butter. But Mystro can also be used to generate leads on your website, in your campaigns. If you run any Facebook campaigns or Google campaigns, or if you have a call center, that receive and pre-qualify leads. So these leads can be transferred to Mystro seamlessly, and Mystro can take over. All right, so we're ready to begin?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
So this is my dashboard. Now, Mystro, there are two components of Mystro: client onboarding tools or client-facing tools. So that's one component. And another very important component is application pipeline. It's essentially a screen or a system where you can manage your deal flow and manage your customers.
Oh, there we go. We've got a Polina in the
Mystro is like your extra employee. Exactly. Mystro does a lot of things that your employees usually do on a daily basis. And just to clarify, Mystro is not here to replace your employees. Mystro is to enhance employee productivity and enhance your productivity, and at the same time enhance client experience.
That's good to know that my job is secure, Dimitri. Thank you for reminding everyone.
I reckon everyone's job is secured. But moving with times, technology advances, and obviously everyone has to adopt new technology, new ways of doing business, new processes, everything. All right. So in this demo, we're not going to generate new leads. If we have time at the end, I'll show you how you can set up chatbots and how you can set up SMS bots, so you can start generating leads and bring more business in, more deals in your business. But in this demo, we're just going to show, as I said, back to basics. We're going to request application from clients, and we're going to walk them through the experience. Now, Mystro is designed to be a fully automated workflow system. What that means is, when we send requests to clients, they will receive email and SMS containing a link. The link is very specific to the application, and it's secure. So when they click on a link, we'll take them holding their hand through a series of questionnaire, which is essentially a fact find. We'll get them to sign documents, which are your compliance documents. So we can pre-populate these documents automatically with client information, and then get it signed by all parties. So if there are 5 applicants on the application, they all will sign it. Then as we go, we'll generate document checklist automatically based on client profile. And when they complete fact find, we'll request those documents, collect documents, we'll validate documents, making sure that what they've uploaded is actually what we expect them to upload. And we'll rename documents according to your specifications. So just to make your life easier, just to make your files organized better, we can do all of these things, and they happen magically, automagically, if you like.
Well, Dimitri, I've heard that something that's magical is also more commonly known as just something that's technologically advanced. So we're not doing magic here, but we're doing some pretty some cool advanced stuff.
Yep. Well, we can call it magic. We can call it technology. It's technology designed for brokers, for humans, to make their life easier. So we've got quite a few people joined us. I think we have people joined us on LinkedIn, on YouTube. We do. You know what? Next time, I think we're going to be streaming to Facebook as well. We should do that.
That'd be good.
For sure.
More and more people
actually ask me.
Yeah. Well, more and more people can see my spelling mistakes that I'm putting into the chat. So just ignore that, guys. That's not my forte, spelling, grammar, etc. But you get the picture.
That's fine. That's fine. All right, let's begin. So what I'm going to do in this case, it's very simple. I'm going to request application from my clients. I'm going to send them request, and that will go through application experience. I'm going to click plus button here, and I'm going to enter client details. Because Mystro is CRM, we do store client information. So if you had clients previously, or if you import data in Mystro, all this information will be available. Okay, so I've just I've just selected a client, and here I've got two options. I can request data right now, so just press create button. The client will receive email and SMS, or I can click later. And if I select later, I can pre-fill client information before requesting. So imagine if you're on the phone with a client and they say, hey, Liam, I want to borrow $1 million. I want to buy a shed, or garage in Sydney. I guess it will be enough for $1 million.
$1 million garage in Sydney.
Yeah, it should be fine. In CBD, I think probably that's how much it was. But probably. So you can, and they can actually give you their details, so you can pre-fill information before sending to client. And what are you going to say? You're going to say, hey, no worries, I've got your details. Now I'm just going to send you a link, so you can provide additional information and documents. And you're going to click create, and the request will be sent to client via email and SMS. Now, email and SMS is fully configurable. As far as client concerned, details or data came directly from you, not from someone else, because it's going to come from your email and it's going to come from your phone number. Now, with phone number, it's not going to be exactly your number. We're going to provision a new phone number for you, so you can use it for all client communications in Mystro. For example, when you send them SMSs, when they send them reminders, follow-ups, and also clients can reply to these SMSs. And I'll show you how it looks like and how it works in a second. But that's the idea behind it. So we can create this cohesive, easy-to-use experience for you and your clients. Anyway, I've just received an email. Let me open up my email, and you don't see it because I'm not sharing that screen. But I'm going to copy and paste a link. And I've also received SMS coming directly from a number that I've provisioned for this demo broker. This is, by the way, this is a demo account that we use to demonstrate Mystro functionality. And also we do it for live stream. So we're constantly breaking it. We're constantly doing some weird stuff here. But that's what we're using today. And also, if I go back to my dashboard, this is a demo application that we've just created. So as you can see, we've got it in our list, and data collection progress is 0. Now, you can see a list of applications. If you like, you can switch to Kanban boards. So we've got these nice boards that you can build. You can customize it. You can customize it for your business, for your workflow. And obviously, you can create different automation experiences. So when deal moves from one stage to another, you can trigger some kind of automation sequence that I will touch a little bit later on. But for now, we're going to be using list, and we're going to be using this application. Now, if for some reason client calls you and say, hey, I don't have a link, can you resend it to me? Or they can just simply send you SMS and ask your assistant via SMS to send them a link. So assistant will share the link, but if they call you on the phone, you can just grab a link from here. Boom, I can just grab it here, and I can copy and paste into my new window. And this is a secure application, so clients will have to authenticate with their phone number. The reason for that is we want to make sure that they are who they are, because we obviously don't want clients, to go to someone else's application or someone else sees someone else's data in case they have access somehow to your email or intercepted the link.
That would be actually. Can I tell you a very quick funny story just on the basis of that? I was talking to a broker who said, a client just said that there was someone else's name in the file, and I thought, oh gee, that's bad. It shouldn't be possible, but let's look into it. Turns out that you've just gotten rid of me again. You just
Welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry, I'm just clicking buttons.
Anyway, point of the story is, turns out the broker accidentally entered the details into the wrong screen, so it was user error, because it's just not possible for that to happen with the system. But it was just funny just having that happen. But anyway, that's a complete sidetrack.
And sometimes, you can mistype client's phone number, or client provide the wrong phone number. If, in that case, when they try to log in, the system will actually say, sorry, I cannot authenticate you. Please get in touch with us. Obviously,
it's very secure.
It's built for security. And not just client experience, also broker experience is quite secure, because we have two-factor authentication, and not just two-factor authentication, like proper two-factor authentication. You can enable SMS authentication, and you can also enable authenticator app authentication, which is far more secure than SMS.
Oh, absolutely. And in all fairness, Dimitri, the nice thing for this particular client was they made the error, called me, and then within 2 minutes, they were back up and running, because not only do we have the software to support the business, but we've got the support as well. So, happy days all around.
Happy days. Okay, so the entire application experience for the client is designed to be as easy and stress-free as possible. Now, you can customize this screen anyhow you like. So you can have your own logo, your own colors. The domain will be your domain. So, for example, in this case, the domain could be apply.demofinance.com.au. So we can actually connect to your domain and provide a white label experience. Why is it important? It's very important, because imagine you receive SMS from someone asking you to click on a link that you don't recognize. What do you usually do? I never click on these links, because it's horrible. Like, it's even horrible to think about what's going to happen when you click on a link. And especially nowadays, with all these security breaches and everything that is going on around us, it's critical to provide client with white label experience, because the success of any business is when your clients actually trust you. And when they see SMS coming from you, they will trust you, they will click on it, and we'll take them to this screen where they can see, welcome to Demo Finance. Everything on the screen, including text, including images, including buttons, is fully customizable and configurable. So during onboarding process and during support process, we actually work with you, and we configure workflow specifically for your use case, specifically for your business. Today we've edited a video for one of the clients. So, well, yes. Remember that?
Sorry. I think I reacted, and then I realized, oh no, that's right. I do remember that, because we talked about that. So I was in autopilot for a second there. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, but imagine, you go to you open up a form and you see a nice video of myself or yourself. You need to record it, obviously.
Yeah.
And say, hey, welcome to Demo Finance. And give users a bit of instructions what to do next, so they feel even more comfortable, because they feel loved. They feel like, you care about them, and you provide this outstanding experience. Now, and they start clicking buttons. They start answering questions. We asking one question at a time. And the reason for that is because majority of people who fill out this form, they actually do it on mobile devices. And on mobile devices, imagine having like a huge clunky form. It's not the ideal experience, right? It's much easier to just type something in and continue. Type something in and continue. And it's contextual, it's contextual and it's logic driven. So we are not asking questions that don't need to be asked. For example, if they say they're not employed, we're not going to ask for the employment information, right? We might want to ask, hey, have you been employed previously? And stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to populate a residential address. As you noticed, the address auto-suggest is autocomplete is actually, by default, it's suggesting Australian as well as international addresses. And the reason for that is because a lot of borrowers of our clients located overseas, they're expats. And that makes it easier for them to find their address and enter into the system. Since I mentioned that, we also, if they mention they're located overseas, we will collect their information or their like employment information, for example, income in their local currency. And then what we do, we actually convert it into Australian currency, and you will see Australian currency. So it makes it easier for you to manage and easier for them to enter. Okay. Probably no one cares about this, but that's available. And quite a few clients actually work with expats, and they're quite happy that this technology, this functionality exists because it makes everyone's life easier.
Well, you know what, Dimitri, as you're finishing that, I mean, I only had a meeting with a client today who they were asking me, what's the main difference between you and your competitors? If you're ultimately trying to do the same thing. And it ultimately comes down to, we actually are successful in making your life and your clients' lives easier. We actually intentionally want to be flexible. We want to be we want our product to fit into your business model, however that is, who your clients are, who your staff are, etc. Like, we are incredibly open to making sure that this just slots in. No one even knows that Mystro is there powering in the background. It's just doing its thing.
Exactly. And as you can see, interface is very simple. This is a form. We do have other interfaces that we can talk about later. Like, interface can be nothing, can be SMS. That could be interface, or can be a chatbot on a website. That can be interface. In this particular case, it's a form, and we're just guiding a client through the experience. So the next question is, please review and sign privacy consent document. Now, with Mystro, you can embed any kind of document, any kind of PDF document, populated with client information, and get it signed by all parties. So, as I said, there are 2 applicants on this application. Then the first applicant, which is Dimitri, will sign it. The second applicant will receive an email and SMS asking them to sign a document, and it all comes back to you in Mystro dashboard. So it's really, really convenient. You don't have to send separate emails, separate notifications, separate invites to send them, to sign documents. It's all built into one experience. I've had another client actually who asked if we use different links for different kind of purposes. So, for example, for fact find, for signatures, for documents. And the answer to this is no. We just use one link. And that makes it so easy for clients. They don't have to think. They don't have to look and go to their email, and find these links. They just click on the link, and we'll take them exactly where they need to be. So they don't have to kind of guess. Because as you know, confused customer is it's not good. You need to make sure they're not confused, they feel comfortable, and the less confused they, the more they trust you.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm going to go through this experience now. So I'm going to complete details. In my previous demo, just an hour ago, I was doing a demo to another client, and they raised a question about date of birth. So what if someone enters this kind of crazy date of birth, 12/31? Obviously, that's not the right date of birth. Now, Mystro does come with validation capabilities. So we can actually validate dates. We can make sure the dates are not greater. Sorry, date of birth is not, they're not older than 90 years old, for example. So we can create all kind of validations and all kind of messages and notifications to clients to make sure that they complete the information accurately. I'm going to say I'm Australian citizen. If I said no, it will ask me what is your nationality. So it's contextual, and it's logic driven. If I said I have children here, obviously it will ask me to enter, children's ages or some information about children. Okay, so I think, yep, go on.
You know what the great thing is, and again, it's funny how we keep referring to had this conversation with a client recently, because we literally are having these conversations daily with people, is that, sometimes these static forms, you'll be like, oh, that's not applicable, that's not applicable, that's not applicable. The crazy thing is that you could have one form be like, I don't know, 30 questions long for one particular client, and another form be 120 questions long, purely because they have different circumstances. and it all comes from the one place. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do anything. It just takes the edge off, right? Like flip.
Absolutely. 100%. I'm just going through employment information. So I'm going to put my employer as a fintech, which is Mystro company.
You know what, Dimitri? You have a perfect opportunity now to put the stupidest information in, but you're being boring. Like, come on. Where's those smiley signatures that we saw a couple of weeks ago?
We can. Look, I don't want to be that adventurous, if you like. So what I want to show here is so we've got a form. So all the information that we've collected so far is already saved in Mystro. So you don't need to, if you need access to this data, you have it. You can log in at any point of time to Mystro and you will receive this information. You will see this information. Not only you can see this information, you can also take actions on this information. For example, if they say, like on any question, for example, if they say they're not employed, you might want to say, okay, if they're not employed, let's allocate it to a team member who is looking after not employed customers. I don't know. Whatever the logic is or whatever your internal workflow is can be recreated digitally in Mystro. Now, the next question is, when did you start your current job? We do collect 2-3 years employment history based on different use cases, but definitely, it's all available. So in this case, it's it's a demo fact find, but obviously, it can be full, complete fact find, full NCCP compliant fact find. What's your occupation? CEO. How often do you get paid? Monthly. What's your monthly income? I said monthly, so it says, what is your monthly? If I said weekly, it said, what is your weekly? So that's another way of just a little things, but make it easier for clients to understand what exactly are we asking from them. I will say I make $100,000 a month. How about that? What are you laughing?
I thought you weren't gonna tell I thought you weren't gonna be adventurous, Dimitri, and then you've just become.
Come on! Sometimes we just need to make exceptions. A little exception. Look, let me just get into the groove. Okay.
No, you're right.
So, can I get the contact name of your employer? Okay, I'll make Liam my employer.
Oh, there we go. This is what we're looking for.
Here you go, Liam. Here's your promotion.
I didn't realize that. Just that easy.
At least for the next 30 minutes, or how many minutes?
Thank you. I'm going to quickly make some big calls. I'm just going to send some emails out.
All right. Additional income. If I say yes, we're going to ask people to provide additional income. We're going to say no. Let's say, what are your loan objectives? I think I want to refinance.
Actually, you know what, Dimitri? While just thinking before, the amazing thing about some of these setups that we're doing for people is you might actually want to get the income as whatever, for example, their pay is, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, whatever. But then it might be easier for your team if that's presented as like an annual figure. And so the great thing is that we can actually get Mystro to convert that into whatever you want. So it's easier in the form. So it's just like we're able to do whatever you throw at us. Come on, throw something complex at us.
Now, existing home. What is the estimated value of 200 New Street, whatever the address is? Because this is the address that I specified in my in previously. So it's very contextual. Well, as you can see, it's very contextual because it makes it very easy. Imagine if someone has 4 addresses, like 1 residential address and 3 investment properties. So instead of saying, what is your estimated value for investment property 1 or whatever, we just say, what is estimated value of this property at this address? It's really cool and really simple to use. Okay, do you have investment properties? I'm gonna say no. If I say yes, it will ask me for all of my investment properties. And say I have savings with Westpac.
So we've actually got Eric has asked a question, Dimitri, Eric Boone. He has asked, can this be restricted to AU address only?
100%. Just send us a request and we'll restrict it to AU address or to any country, really.
There you go.
Okay. Brief description of your home contents. How about I say, I have no home contents. All right.
Well,
and total value will be 0.
Hang on, Dimitri. That question is, why is that question there? Who made this?
As I said, this is just a demo, and in this demo, we have questions. When we do presentations and when we do demos and trainings, sometimes we just create questions as we go, because the Mystro is an application builder. You can actually go in, you can open up application in edit mode, and you can create questions, you can delete questions, you can move them around, and you can create all sort of crazy questions if you like. Okay, I would say credit card with NZ. Credit limit is 100,000. Okay, and no, nothing here. And this is expenses section. Obviously, we're not asking every single question in the fact find for this demo, but just going to quickly go through expenses.
I actually had a really awkward conversation earlier this week, Dimitri, with a client who's in New Zealand, and obviously there's banks in New Zealand. I had never thought of this, but I said to him, "Oh, surely there's no banks that are the same across the both." And he goes, "ANZ is." What?
ANZ?
Really? Interesting.
It's Australia and New Zealand.
I know that now, but I didn't think about it until he said it, and I felt really stupid because I haven't had to think about that before. But anyway, turns out I was wrong.
That's right. Yeah. So let me just answer some of other questions. Like this is insurance question. By the way, if you don't want to have these questions, it's very easy to get rid of them or add them. As I mentioned before, the system is fully configurable based on individual requirements and different types of workflows. Anything you'd like to add, I would say no, all good, and submit. So at this point, we will generate a document checklist. Well, we've already actually generated document checklist based on client profile, and we're going to ask them to upload documents. So this text, this screen is also fully configurable. So you can actually say, hey, you can explain why you're collecting documents. It's up to you. Make it intuitive for your customers. Bank statements. So with bank statements, we can connect to Ilion or CashDeck, and let users upload bank statements. I think in majority of cases, probably 90%, customers have no issues uploading bank statement digitally. What do you reckon, Liam?
Well, it's becoming more and more common now. So I'd say, if we were to have this conversation in the next 6 months, it would be less again of people that have issues with it. So it's definitely, times are changing.
I think it's becoming mainstream. People understand that, they better upload bank statements to make it easier and faster to get their loan. All right. So bank statements. We have ID verification documents for Dimitri. We have Dimitri employment verification. Now I've got crazy amount of documents here. This is just for demo. Obviously, these lists are custom configured. So whatever documentation you collect for a specific purpose, we can enable in Mystro. So for example, for employment verification, you might just want to ask 2 pay slips, maybe notice of assessment, and that's pretty much it. This is verification for my property because I said that I own this house with mortgage, and the system is asking for council rates notice and 6 months loan statement. Now, obviously, people can submit loan statement via bank statements link. In that case, this will become irrelevant. And because I specified that I've got ANZ credit card, it's asking me to provide ANZ credit card repayment history. So basically, this document checklist is automatically generated for your requirements. Let me quickly, go on.
I'm curious if anyone in the chat has actually seen this before. because it's funny the amount of people that we talk to, and they see what like you guys would see, like as the clients, or if you're not clients, then obviously you haven't seen this. But actually seeing what a user sees and see how seamless it is, how easy it is to interact with, it actually kind of it's good to be able to see both sides of the coin.
Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to upload a couple of documents as a client, and I'm going to show you a bit of magic. Now, this interface obviously designed to work on desktop and mobile devices. So if someone's on a mobile phone, they can just tap on a button and take a picture of their passport or Medicare and maybe payslip and upload it. If they have it stored on a network drive or on a computer like I do have here, we can upload it right here. Okay, so what I'll do is I will upload my driver's license. Liam, should I show my driver's license to the world?
For like a frame, for a single frame.
I'll do a sample, because last time I actually did upload my driver's license, and when I upload it, I have to show it. Now, this is a sample document that we've downloaded from the internet, so it's not real driver's license, so don't worry about that. And I will also upload, let's go to my employment, and I'll upload the payslip. How about that? So we have sample payslip here. We'll upload it. And now we've got 2 documents. Obviously, a system will send reminders and will send notifications, ensuring, to ensure that the documents are uploaded correctly.
Well, Dimitri, why don't we change this, and why don't you add your driver's license in there as well, so that we can see what it looks like when it's successful as well?
Yeah, we'll change it. We'll show it. Now, before we move on, I want to show you something.
Okay.
The way I've set up this, to do that, I need to stop sharing my screen, and I'll share another screen. Now, as part of this demo, I have configured notifications. And these notifications are firing like crazy. So I've configured the system to send notifications every few minutes, just to complete the application experience, because I want to show you something very interesting.
Okay.
So let me share try to share entire screen. Give me a second, guys.
I'll give you some elevator music. Do, 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 do.
Entire screen. Here we go. I found it. All right. So this is my screen. And I want to show you SMS that I've received. So these are SMSs that I've received so far as a client from Mystro, or from your number. Now, this number is registered for the demo account. So we use this number for this purpose. And the first message I received is, "Hi, Dmitry, please complete your online mortgage application, blah, 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 by clicking here." So this is a link that we used to get into the application. Then a few minutes later, we received another one. And it says, "Hi, Dmitry, looks like we're still waiting on your details." And then we sent another 2 follow-ups. And very soon we'll send another follow-up. So the system can be configured to send notifications and reminders at any point of time. We can actually wait 5 minutes if client stops the data entry. And we can send them nice, gentle reminders saying, "Hey, by the way, here's a link to your application. Click here." And the client will jump in. This text obviously specifically configured for this demo, or not configured, but we can make it nice and conversational and easy on the client. But what I can say here, I can say, I'm at work now. Oops. At work now. I'll do it tomorrow, 9 a.m. Here we go. And what will happen now, the notifications will be paused. So AI assistant that is constantly looking after your clients and making sure that the client experience is as best as it can possibly be, will pause notification and will notify clients saying, "Got it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask." I can ask any question, by the way. I can say, like, how long will it take to get a loan approval? Obviously, the information that AI assistance has is specifically for your business. So we will load information about your business, about your process, or whatever the information we need to load into it, and client will be able to have a conversation. But in this case, it has post notifications, so no more notifications will be sent until tomorrow, 9 a.m. And if I go back to this application in Mystro dashboard, you will see that all information is collected and documents has validated. Now, because we validated these documents, because these are not valid documents, so if I look at Australian driver's license, this is the driver's license that we've uploaded, and it says here the document is an Australian driver's license but has expired. So this document has expired, and this document, for example, it's a payslip. We can say the document does not match description. The name of document is Sally Head. So this payslip is for Dmitry. So sorry, we're asking for Dmitry's payslip, but this payslip belongs to someone else. For a person named not Dmitry, named Sally Harley. So that's how we can validate documents, and then how we can make sure that the documents are uploaded correctly. And if something is wrong, we'll notify you, and you can take appropriate actions. If document is valid, it will validate it and it will rename it according to your document naming specifications. So, Liam, do you think I should upload my document?
I think you should, because it'd be good to show. And also, like, if anyone's actually interested, I'm gonna chuck into the chat our YouTube channel, because we've actually got more content every week going out. And for example, if you want to see a little bit more on how this works, we've actually got like I think it's a 3 video series in regards to the document validator, the document collection agent, and it is seriously powerful. Like you can get it to do really whatever you want in regards to the validation and renaming of documents, so that it's just one less thing that you and your team need to do.
100%. It makes it so much easier and so much streamlined. And not just that, you can also run validations. You can run custom logic based on documents uploaded. So for example, we can build automation and we can say, hey, when they upload the driver's license, let's just go through this driver's license and extract all information out of this driver's license, and maybe populate some fields with this information, or maybe create a note, and make sure that driver's license information is accessible somewhere, so you can do it that way. Now, document validation happens every few, it doesn't happen instantaneously. It takes a little bit of time, probably half a minute or so. And the reason for that is we actually queue in documents before we validate in them, because we have massive amount of documents to validate, and we need to make sure that it's done appropriately and our systems are able to handle it. Now, as you can see, this particular document, this is my driver's license. So it's the validation status is pass. So, and it also renamed the document according to my specifications. If I click on pass, it will give me validation result. So it says document is an Australian driver's license, matching description provided. All required elements such as name, address, date of birth, license number, and expiry date are present and clearly visible. The expiry date, which is greater, so document is not expired. So it passed the document. Should I show everyone how to specify naming conventions? What do you reckon, Liam?
Why not?
Very quickly? Okay.
Yeah.
So you are in control how documents are renamed. Let me show you how it's done. So if I go to settings, actually, you know what? Let me share the entire screen so people can see it more clearly. I'm going to stop sharing this, and I'm going to reshare. 1 second. Present, share screen, window. Let me find that window.
You got this, Dimitri. We're all rooting for you.
Here
we go. Nice.
So I'm in profile, and if I click Teams here, this is a list of my team members. So I can add as many team members as I want to. But I've also have two special team members. One of them is customer service agent. So this is the guy who actually talks to your clients on SMS or web. And we have another guy who is document collection agent. And this is a guy who knows how to validate documents, how to rename them, how to help you with your document collection. So if I click on this guy, I can specify how to rename documents here. It's very simple. It's just a table of classification types or document types. Driver's license is the first one. And then I have, example how it should be renamed. So this is file name kind of structure. And it's got driver's license, like hard-coded driver's license. Then we have customer full name. So customer full name will be extracted from a driver's license. And then we have expiry date, whether it's expired or date. So that will be extracted from driver's license as well. And this is a quick example how it should be renamed. And that's it. And system handles it automatically. So when you upload a document, it will classify it. So for example, if you're asking them to upload a driver's license, but they upload, a pay slip, for example, it will not trigger driver's license validation because the classification will be different. So it will trigger probably payslip, but then it will fail because the system expecting driver's license. But when they upload driver's license or passport, the system will know they've uploaded the right document, and it will go here. It will validate. It will rename documents according to your specifications. And you can jump into this matrix at any point of time and modify it. You can create your own, way of renaming. This is just how we set it up originally, and everyone has similar setup, but you can change it at any point of time.
And the crazy thing is, Dimitri, is like I constantly am getting some sort of communication, like, how are you guys doing this? Like, is it something that's really simple? Like it's like a yes or a no, or, because it says driver's license on Mystro and in that section, is that no. It's literally looking at the document and making its own determination based on what it is. Like, I've seen examples where it will classify a document as promotional material, a contract of sale. Something that hasn't been taught on what to do or what that document is from this side of things, but it actually is looking at the document and classifying it based on what it actually is, which is so much more powerful than what we give it credit for.
And just to add to this, like, a lot of clients asking me, how do you do that? How do you do it? Like, how do you know that the document is the driver's license? Are you using some kind of OCR, or some kind of old technology? And we are not. We're using imaging technology combined with AI. And what that means is if you upload the driver's license, but it doesn't look like driver's license. So it looks, because how with OCR technology, you can actually create a picture, type in some details to mimic driver's license, then upload it, and that technology will pass it. So our system will actually look at the driver's license or passport or any kind of document for that matter. It will know that driver's license has to look like that. And, it will say, yeah, this is a driver's license, but it might be expired. Or it could say, no, this is not a driver's license at all. It will also detect any inconsistencies with documents. So if you've got a driver's license and you modified some details digitally on the driver's license, the system will pick it up. So it's really cool, really powerful technology. Obviously, this technology is still being developed. We already launched it live, but we still consider this to be a beta because we're constantly training our system. We're constantly developing it, making it better, more robust. For example, when we launched this system, it took about a minute or 2 minutes to validate. Now we've cut this time to half a minute. and very soon it's going to be instant. And when it's instant, then you will be able to create all other types of workflows. For example, instead of when you send application to your clients, you could just send them, a link so they can upload their driver's license. As soon as they upload their driver's license, we'll automatically, in real time, populate form fields and maybe present them with ability to sign a privacy form. And when they sign a privacy form, we can run a credit check automatically. As you probably know, Mystro does connect to Equifax, so we can pull in credit reports. And it can be fully automated. It can be manual or can be fully automated. It doesn't really matter. Depends on
it completely changes the way that clients actually interact with forms. It's a lot of software solutions will do documents separately, to a form separately, and to a degree, that's kind of what it looks like to clients on the front end. But on our back end, it's all very much talking to each other, and it's only going to get even more well connected in the future. I mean, if we were collecting documents and forms at the same time and allowing the clients to upload the documents, like 50% of the form could get filled out by just the documents that they provide, which is even quicker turnaround times for you to get onto the next thing, for clients to be done. It's better overall.
Yep, absolutely. And we've got other functionality tied into document and validation, which I'm not going to show today. But with this functionality, you can actually, as soon as documents are validated, we can actually trigger automation, and we can say, okay, this is our bank statement. Let's analyze it. Let's just say, the customer has missed, how many payments they missed in the last 5 months. And if they have missed like more than 10 payments or something, then let's kick off another workflow or another process. For example, let's decline them on the spot, or let's put it in some kind of a special queue and allocate it to another team member who is dealing with this type of profile.
Your least favorite team member that gets all the crappy deals.
That's right. Your least, yeah, that's right. And if client, makes $1 million a month, then let's allocate it to another person. What you can also do, and we've set it up for one of the customer, they actually check in if driver's name on their driver's license matches name that they've provided in their client profile. Wow. And if it doesn't, then it tags the application with name doesn't match, so please check. So you can do these kind of things. I mean, these are little things, but they help a lot because you can save so much time, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 20 minutes there. And all of a sudden, you're saving a couple of hours of manual labor on each deal. So you might want to spend this time, maybe talk to a client on the phone and, bring more business to your world.
Or geez, maybe go and spend time with your partner or a friend, or spend time with your kids. Like, it's not all about work. At the end of the day, this is time that you get to allocate to something that you find important.
Yep, absolutely. And look, and this is kind of a simple workflow, most common workflow that is used by a lot of brokers to collect client information. So we guide the client from start to finish. When they complete everything, when they provided you with all documentation, all validated, everything, we can kick off another workflow. So we can say, okay, now data is collected. Let's move it to the next stage. And the next stage could be, let's move the deal to onboarded status. That could be done automatically. Or let's move the deal to another folder, because you might want to have like data collection folder with some stages in there. And you might want to have like data collected. We have clients, for example, who have similar setup. So they have data collection folder and deal going through certain stages automatically. And if it stays there for a long period of time, they just move deal to another folder like rotten, And if deal moves into rotten folder, then it gets all allocated to another team member. The team member picks it up, maybe give call to a client and find out what's going on. Because usually if people don't respond to your messages and to your emails and SMSs, something's wrong. So might maybe need to talk to them on the phone.
It's honestly like it's hard to communicate just like how much power you've got in your hands. Like you could have folders that are dedicated to each team member and they only see the stuff that's allocated to them. We're trying to provide more and more of the products to be flexible for your business. And at the end of the day, it actually just takes a conversation with us to go, hey, I'm experiencing this. How can you solve my problems? And we love those conversations.
Yeah. So this is in a nutshell how it's done. I'm not going to go deep into configuration and how the system can be used and configured, but because as any good system, it's very flexible. So you can have, for example, custom fields on your deal summary. So you can create fields or you can surface fields that are most useful for you, that makes more sense, and that the fields that you need to surface and see clearly when you go into a deal. So for example, you might want to have a date of birth field, and this date of birth field will be automatically populated based on information collected in client fact find. So you can actually click here and you can say, hey, I want to autofill this field, and you can connect it to data source and it will be automatically populated with data. You can also use AI to populate these fields if you want to do some complex calculations or something extraordinary. So for example, you might want to say, create some kind of, I'm pretty sure every business have some kind of secret IP, that they use to understand data, to understand opportunities, for example. So you might want to have your own kind of way of identifying opportunities. And sometimes these opportunities can be really hidden. So you really need to know your space and you need to really understand your customer. So you can identify this opportunity and you can actually create AI automation that will look for this opportunity and then will populate this field with opportunity, outcome. For example, saying this client has SMSF loan or some weird stuff that is going on. So potentially you can talk to him about that opportunity. But that's a discussion for another topic. I think next week we're going to do a bit of marketing live stream where we will show, where we will show how you can actually use Mystro for marketing outreach and marketing sequences. And on that stream, I will talk more about identifying opportunities, preparing clients, preparing segments, segmenting clients, making sure it's nice and clean, and making sure that you can increase deal inflow and increase business.
That sounds. Hey, Dimitri, can I be there for that one? That sounds like fun.
You can be there, of course, if you ask me nicely.
Well, if I'm still your boss, I think I can just make that call, right? I can just say I'm going to be there.
Absolutely. It's going to be really, really cool, because as you know, I love marketing. I love doing all this crazy stuff with SMSs, with chatbots, with all these configurations, with all these automations. I love to use Copilots. So Copilot, by the way, is just another system that you can use today, and you can manage your workflow remotely via SMS. So you can actually send SMS to Mystro, and you can say, send client fact find to Liam, and create task for one of the team members, and the system will do it for you. So it just makes it much easier, much more streamlined, and you don't have to log into Mystro at all. It's really handy, especially if you're outside, if you're driving the car and you want to, add a deal to your dashboard, or, if you're at the bar, if you met a friend and they say, hey, by the way, I just want to refinance my home. No worries. Send SMS to Mystro quickly, and, Mystro will figure it out.
Honestly, it just goes to show we've got so much already that we have live with our clients, but there's so much also that we have in the works. I mean, if anyone doesn't know this already, I would say that one of Dimitri's most common lines that he'll say is, we've already got it. It's just 80% there. And the great thing is that it's so easy for us to bring this to the surface if you guys say, hey, I really need this to help my business. So, tune into these live streams, email us, give us a call, like just engage with us. If there's something that you go, hey, I feel like this feels like something you guys could help me with, chances are we could.
Definitely. It's our priority, to make system as best as it could be. And obviously, it's all designed for brokers to make their life easier. We are not introducing anything crazy new. We already have really, really robust value proposition. And we're just improving it, making it more stable, improving speed, improving AI technology, improving agent technology, document validation, collection, and like improving overall experience for brokers, for your clients, and for us as well, because we love using our system. We actually use it for our business, believe it or not.
Well, the great thing is, Dimitri, and some of you guys might know, but we actually had a focus group a couple of weeks ago, and we actually had we had financial planner, insurance broker, and mortgage broker all in the room who were basically saying, hey, this is what we need. And since then, we've got so much in the works, going back and making what's already a great product even better based on what you guys are needing. So, hey, you guys talk, we listen, and it's one of these things that we just got to say, stay tuned, because it's very exciting.
Very exciting. All right, so we've been doing this for an hour now.
It's actually we've just gone over 5:30, so this is a brilliant time to maybe let these guys go and enjoy their Friday evenings.
Yes, and I think it's a good idea. So, guys, we appreciate that you gave 1 hour of your life to us, and I hope you got as much value as we wanted to deliver. If you have any questions, or if you want to talk to us about anything, if you have any suggestions, if you want to influence our development, our future development pipeline, please feel free to get in touch with us. Would be more than happy to talk to you. Maybe invite you to our next focus meeting. We're planning to do it, I don't know when, but we will organize it definitely.
Well, we're planning on possibly going to other states, right?
We're going to go to all states. We're going to go to Brisbane. We're going to go to Sydney, and obviously Melbourne. So we're going to go, and maybe Perth. Depends. Depends. Look, we have a lot of clients in Perth as well, in that part of Australia.
Well, I've got a property being built in Perth as well, so we can
really.
Two
there you go. So we can stay at your property. We can actually do it at your property. How about that? That's excellent. That's excellent.
Honestly, well, let's finish it there, Dimitri.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well done. Let's wrap up, and we'll see you next Friday.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining.